Welcome, headbangers, to the Metal Block. Here is your host, Eric.
Whoa! Where's the crowd coming from? Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on. Give me more. Where you at? It's all of a sudden crickets. What's up, metalheads? Oh, look at my my nose picker. No, I do not do cocaine. Hey, got a good show today. We're gonna do some we're streaming live on Facebook. I can't stream on YouTube because last time everything got blocked or whatever. And there's a good chance I might lose the stream here on Facebook. But just in case I do, fear not, because I am taping the show completely as the show must go on. And then I'll just air it on YouTube as a replay, provided YouTube doesn't block most of the stuff that I have in here, like all the videos that we'll be showing. But today's theme is going to be new releases. All the metal albums that came out so far, it's been a pretty good year so far. It's been pretty stellar, as a matter of fact. We've had a Catatonia, Metallica, Ghost is they just released a song, but they got an EP coming out. BABYMETAL, who I just recently got back into. Who else we got? Obituary. We got a lot of good stuff, man. Even Angel, but they don't have a video. I'm going to play part of their song that I want to show everyone. Angel's a very underrated band. They were, around in the 70s when on Casablanca Records. There's even a movie called Spinning Gold, which for some reason they were left out of that movie. But their new album just sounds phenomenal. So I'll play a clip of that later on. But yeah, man, we're going to just kick back, chill, listen to some music, watch some videos, this is kind of like a poor man's headbangers ball on a Sunday. So the idea of the show is every week is going to be a different theme. Last week I did, the first episode was all Japanese metal, like bands like BABYMETAL, Bandmade, Hanabea, a lot of these bands I'm just now discovering myself. A really good band, what are they called? Breaking by the Silence or something. Anyway, they're kind of like a metalcore type Japanese metal band, which I got really into, and I even ordered their CD. I can never get their name right. It's BB Broken by the Scream is the name of the band. God, I suck with band names. Anyway, so I had all of them, and then I'm not going to tape next Sunday. I'm going to take a week off, but the next episode is going to be all black metal themed. So we're going to talk about black metal bands, black metal videos. I'm hoping to have a special guest. I'm hoping I have him secured. It's going to be my longtime best friend, brother from another mother, former bandmate Tony from the Black Heron Gallery and Postmortem Superstar. And then he was my drummer in Will-O-Wisp as well. So that'll be kind of a cool little reunion between both of us because we haven't seen each other. We've talked, we always talk on Facebook, but we haven't actually seen each other in person or even on video we didn't have the video back when I left the band in 2007. But that's the thing. We haven't seen each other since then. So it'll be kind of a cool little reunion. We'll talk about what he's got going on and talk about the documentary that we have planned for Will-O-Wisp, a documentary that we hope to have released by the end of 2024, because that would signify 40 years when him and I met in high school in 1984. We were Black Mass, and then we changed the name to Nightmare in 1986. No, we went from Black Mass to Crystal Axe to Nightmare, and then formed Will-O-Wisp with the name. We went through a bunch of different lineups. We had the name Will-O-Wisp around 1987, maybe 86, 87. So, but I like to think of 2024 as being like 40 years since we actually formed it. Because if we didn't meet, then we wouldn't have formed it. Unless we just wait till 2027 and do the complete Will-O-Wisp 40 years of Will-O-Wisp when the name actually became Will-O-Wisp. But I don't want to wait that long, man. I'll be like 60 years old by then, or almost 60. Anyway, so we're going to get into some videos, a little bit of music news. I like to maybe touch base on some music news. Not a whole lot went on. Other than Iron Maiden got snubbed from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think most of you know how I feel about that. I'm kind of glad because, it sucks that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has become what they've become. They're just now the Music Hall of Fame because they just consider anything is rock and roll. There's definitely some serious stuff wrong with them. Even Rolling Stone called them out, and there's a lot of different bands and artists and managers and all kinds of people in the music industry are calling people to boycott the show. this year. Like, don't go to the show. They're actually doing it in an arena in Brooklyn. And the only rock band that's actually representing rock and roll that actually got nominated is Rage Against the Machine. So it's like, here they get in before Iron Maiden, and that's like their first time eligible, I think, or maybe it's their second time that they were on the ballot. But they're the only rock band that's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And it's sad, man. It's like Missy Elliott. I don't know. My theory is this: I bet there's somebody paying the people who do the final vote. There's got to be some there's got to be some payola going on. I bet that's what it is. I bet those, especially country music and hip hop and rap, those guys have a lot of money, man. Those, I wouldn't doubt if they're like paying somebody under the table to just fucking put their shit through, because yeah. But Iron Maiden, they wouldn't have showed up. They're very vocal about their disdain for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They think it's a joke, and Bruce Dickinson calls it out. That's probably why they didn't get in, because they knew they weren't going to show up, But it's sad. I think hopefully somebody will come along one of these days and create like a whole new award show. I mean, we do have the Metal Hall of Fame, but it barely gets televised. And, here's my point, man. The Country Hall of Fame has their Hall of Fame, the BET Awards, the Hip Hop Awards, all these genres. Like, I have no problem with different genres. I mean, I love all the different genres, but why can't rock have their own genre and have their own, celebration? Like, why do they have to like put everything else into it? You wouldn't see Metallica going to the BET Awards. You wouldn't see Slayer get nominated for a freaking country award. So why should Willie Nelson get a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I can see Willie Nelson a little bit, because a lot of rockers love Willie Nelson. He's kind of rock and roll in that sense. Yeah. So enough of that. Let's get into the first video. It came out this year, and I'm putting these albums not in any kind of particular order, because I usually do like a top 20 albums of 2023 at the end of the year. I usually do a top 10 around June, which will be like all from lowest to highest, or the best to the worst of the albums that I have so far that came out. And so I'll do that in June. But so I'm just putting these in there's no particular order, no particular release date in order, and nothing like that. But I want to start with Metallica, because I got this on vinyl. How many of you got it on vinyl? I seriously think it's their best release in a long time. I know people say Death Magnetic. I like Death Magnetic. I don't love it. I think it's a good record. You know what I think it lacks energy. There's no energy on it. It's got some good songs and it's heavy in certain areas, but it just lacks. I don't know, like, how you can almost feel like what the band might have been going through when they record it, and that's what I kind of feel like when I'm listening to those songs. I kind of feel like they weren't in the right place in their, emotionally or physically or whatever. But this album, man, it's like, so it is produced by the same guy that did Hardwired, and Hardwired was good when it first came out, but then it just totally lost steam. And I even tried to play it the other day, and I just couldn't get through the whole thing. This album, though, I've played it about 3 or 4 times already. I've even played it just yesterday. It's been out 2 weeks now, and it still freaking holds up. So it's a winner. But I'm going to play the first song, because it's probably one of the longer songs. And so, you just get back and just watch the video. You're not going to see me in the video. You're going to just watch the video just like you would do for watching Headbangers Ball. And then we'll talk a little bit about it afterwards and then go into the next video. All right. So I might even play a couple of videos in a row, like a block of videos. You don't know what's coming up. You just know there's a lot of new releases that came out, and we're going to have fun listening to them and checking out the videos. But this song right here is the opening track to 72 Seasons, and it's my favorite so far. I just love the intro. I love the way it sounds, the bass. It just sounds like Lemmy, like, it almost sounds like Motorhead, but just the way he's picking that bass. It's the title track, 72 Seasons. And here is the video for Metallica, 72 Seasons. Enjoy. Wait, hold on. Boop, boop. Technical difficulty. Oh, yeah, here we go. 72 Seasons. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking that song's never going to end, man. It just kept going. That's a great track, man. I swear this album, a lot of it reminds me of Injustice for All. Like it sounds like they're going to that, they're going back to that style. The guitars could be a little bit more heavier. I do feel like they still got that little bit of down, down, down twang in there. They should turn the down, down, down to, you know, and it'd be like freaking massive. But it's a good album, man. I've been enjoying it since it's come out. I do want to apologize for the Facebook group, Gen X Brothers. I was meant to just stream in there. Somehow I accidentally clicked on my Kiss Army's Revenge Facebook group, and so I guess I'm streaming in there as well. So hello, Kiss Army's Revenge. It is your founder and admin, Eric. Unfortunately, I don't have any Kiss lined up on this. So I would have liked to have done the Kiss soundboards. That, the how do you say it? Pokebiji, New York. With anyway, Mark St. John. I would have loved to included that, but there's no videos, man. That's what Kiss needs to do for those soundboards. They should release videos, like at least 1 or 2 songs of like footage, with the song, and they don't have to play the show or footage from the actual show. They could just show a collage of stuff, like maybe show a bunch of stuff with Mark St. John, like maybe banging a groupie or something. I don't know. Fuck. I better shut up before I get in trouble. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. The next on the list is a new band that I just discovered not too long ago, maybe even last year. The name sold me, Hell Ripper. How many of you heard of Hell Ripper? The album is Warlock's Grim and Withered Hag. Such a cool title. Look at that fucking cover, man. That's a fucking cool cover. And it's just this one guy, James McBain. Look at that kid, man. He's better than me. He does all this shit, man. I'm a one-man band too, but like this kid, man, he's got me beat on the shit that he's doing. And I guess I think he puts together a band live when he plays live. I was watching some concert footage on YouTube. But we're going to get into their video. They got a new video. This album came out this year. It's a 2023 release. Again, it's Hell Ripper, Warlock's Grim, and Withered Hag. So let's get into that, okay? And again, I apologize for Kiss Army's Revenge. That this ain't a Kiss special, but it's definitely, I know a lot of you don't like just Kiss only. You like metal, right? And rock. So we got a lot of that. We do got some Angel, though. I know there's a lot of Kiss fans that love Angel as well. So yeah, so here we go with Hell Ripper. This song is called Goat Vomit Nightmare.
Like a thief, take my life.
fuck yeah. Now that they had that total classic freaking thrash death metal sound, you know. Little bit of black metal in there. Really love that. A lot of energy. High. The whole album is just great. You know, it's one of those bands that kind of came across on YouTube, and you know, with the name Hell Rippers, I got to check this band out. And I thought it was like a full band, you know, but I found it's just one guy. Next we got that just came out this year as well. Of course, it's 2023. Of course, they came out this year. Catatonia. I got this album. It's called Sky Void of Stars. Sky Void of Stars. Now, Catatonia is a band that I was into, like kind of in the early, I want to say late. Did they come out in the late 90s? I think it was, or might have been the early 2000s when I found them on a compilation album, and I really liked the clean melodic vocals with the real heavy guitars. And apparently they were kind of more death metal in the earlier days, and I do have some of that music as well. But I think I'm more of a fan of what they do now. They're one of those bands that just kind of keeps growing and progressing, and they use these really cool odd time signatures while the music stays melodic and hooky, but they kick in these with these little cool like time signatures that really makes it unique and without it losing any emotion, you know. So this song here is the first song on the new album. It's called Austerity. Now it's a really kick-ass freaking sounding song. They're on Napalm Records, I believe, is the record label. And so yeah, so let's get into some Catatonia. Right, we're moving along. We're only 25 minutes in, so we're doing good on time. We'll chat a little bit after this. All right, here we are with Catatonia, Austerity.
I thought things would take off, but they cooled down. Your voice on the phone, I hear traffic behind. Violent rain, outside looking out, looking up, fragment of sky, looking to me for smeared and deceived. Kill off the fortune tellers.
Damn, that's such an amazing song, man. I love the video. The images. I mean, it's so freaking dark, and it really does reflect on what's going on in the world today. Just in case you didn't catch that in the beginning, that band was called Catatonia. For those who don't know, this is what they look like. There's a singer in the middle. You know, he's got a cool look to him. He's kind of gothic looking. You know, there's a lot of goth influences. You can tell there's some goth influences in their music. You know, a lot of like kind of early Cure. I wouldn't say Bauhaus or anything like that, but you know, definitely dark. You know, and there's the album cover. Look how cool that looks. Looks like something from the Sandman, like looks like the artist who does the Sandman comics, Dave McKean, I believe his name is. It kind of looks like. I should look at the credits. I wonder if he's the one that did that album cover. That'd be kind of cool. Fuck yeah, man. But Catatonia, one of my favorite bands. I think this album, when I talk about ranking the albums, the top 10 or top 20 of this year, I'm going to do the top 10 in June, and I'm going to do the final top 20 of the best albums of 2023. Catatonia right there, they're at least number 1 or 2. Right now, Metallica's up there too. Metallica's new album, I think that's up. I wouldn't say it's number 1, but it's up there. These are both up in the top 3. So this next band, I just discovered these guys about a month ago. Not even a month ago, like 3 weeks ago. Real quick, I'll play you a clip of this band here, Squid Pisser. The name sold me. Another band where the name sells me. And I went and bought this freaking album. I even got it on cassette. I got it coming in the mail. I don't got it yet in my hands, but you know, it's on iTunes and Spotify. You can stream the whole thing. This is what they look like. They look like a bunch of squids. And I think they keep their image, you know, secret, which is good. I hope they don't get sued like Tobias did from Ghost, to where they have to reveal themselves, because that kind of took away the mystique of Ghost. Is when that happened. But yeah, so, and their songs are very short. So like the first thing I came across was a song called "Fuck Your Preacher." This.
When I was young, lost them all, took us kids away and forced us to slave and pray. God got me excited, just and confessional, that I feel the cup. But in my heart of hearts, I tried to fucking asshole. Go, 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 fuck your face down, now it's time to feel like I said. Go, 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 fuck your face down, go, 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 fuck your face down, now it's time to feel like I said. Go, 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 fuck your face down. Right there.
That's a whole song, man. Because at first I didn't take it serious. I was thinking, wait, is this some kind of like joke band, or like or maybe this is just like a promo for what's to come? And then I hear it again. I'm thinking, no, that's the whole song, and it sounds like just a bunch of noise. But I'm listening to it real close, and those guitars are very intricate. And I guess and hearing them, I guess this video or this song guest stars members of a band called Cancer Christ, and I guess one of the guys in Cancer Christ is one of the members in Squid Pisser. So it turned me on to that band. There's a band called Cancer Christ. So this whole label, they're called Sweatband Records and 31G Records, and they have all these kind of bands. I've been kind of getting into them. But here's a song that Squid Pisser does, and their video is called Liquefied Remains. It's a little bit longer. It's a 2-minute song, but it definitely kind of showcases their musicianship. And again, for some people, like the normal listener, they're going to think this band is just a bunch of noise. But no, if you listen close, they're really doing some pretty trick. The drummer, I think is what's carrying the music in the band. I mean, his changes and the speed that he's going. Anyway, check it out. Squid Pisser with Liquefied Remains. Oh damn! You're probably thinking, "What the fuck did I just watch there? What the hell was that? What's in my ears?" Man, I love that band. So and I'm hoping that I'm going to reach out to them. I'm hoping I can get them on this show because eventually I want to start having guests. Like I said, I want to start. I'm hoping to have Tony, my former Will-O-Wisp guy, in a couple of weeks to do a black metal special. So each episode is going to be different themes. If you missed the beginning, if you're in the Gen X Brothers group and you didn't catch the beginning of the show because I wasn't streaming in there accidentally, I'm saying that each episode is going to have a different theme. Like today, it's new releases. Next episode is going to be all black metal, celebrating black metal and showing a lot of the classic black metal bands and some of the newer ones. And then I like to do one about glam metal, not hair metal, but glam metal, what it's originally called. Then get into maybe even do some classic gothic, because gothic, if it's that metal, well, a lot of goth music is actually, especially if you listen to a lot of the metal that's out today, there's a lot of goth influences, especially like the Cure and the Bauhaus and a lot of those classic gothic bands, Susie and the Banshees and stuff like that. So we're going to Christian Death, so we're going to definitely have different themes going on. And so Squid Pisser, you guys, if you're watching this, man, reach out to me. I'm going to reach out to you anyway and see if I can get you guys on, and talk about your music and your image and all that good stuff, and just find a little bit more about you. If you're even human, are you really human? I love that song though. It's just so intricate sounding and crazy and chaotic. Can't wait to get the album in the mail. Okay, the next video we're going to talk about is BABYMETAL. I just discovered them a long time ago. Lost track of them. I know they came out with a Gimme Chocolate that one time, and they get all heavy, whatever. Then I lost track of them over the years. But then I just took a chance and I bought their new album. It's called The Other One. Let me see if I can get a picture here going. This one here, the album's called The Other One. This is BABYMETAL, right? So they lost a member and then they got another member. One of the girls, Yui Metal, I think her name was, she got, I guess, became sick or ill or something and couldn't do the band no more. So then it was just a two-piece there for a while. And then they got a third girl who does screams and dance. And then the girl in the middle, that's I think her name is it Mo Metal? There's Moa Metal, and then there's Sue Metal. Sue Metal's in the middle, and she's the main singer and an incredible voice. But anyway, I just come to love them even more than what I did in the past. And this new album I really dig. And so I'm going to play this song, Metalism, off this album. It's like their latest video that came out. And it's I love it because it's got a lot of the Middle Eastern sounds that I like in music. I love listening to Middle Eastern sounding music. It's some of my favorite kind of music to listen to, with the scales, the Phrygian dominant, that I like to play on the guitar a lot. So let's get into this. We're doing pretty good on time. This show I expected to be about an hour and a half, but I think we might even clock it in a little bit over an hour. We don't got too much more to go. We got some LA Guns coming up, Nervosa, Burning Witches, Night Demon. Anyone heard of Night Demon? Another band I just got into recently. Anyway, so let's check out BABYMETAL. Metalism. Yeah, very cool. I love the freaking punchiness of that. I love the electronics that are going on. It's very dance oriented. I love the melodies. All the melodies are just freaking amazing, on fire. And I've been told that 'cause I was always wondering, like, do they lip sync live? I would probably. I don't like lip syncing. I don't like backing track bands using backing tracks, especially rock and metal bands. If you're a pop, then you get a pass because I guess that's what you're supposed to do if you're a pop artist. I just feel bad for the people that pay for $1,000 ticket for like Dua Lipa, and not even get to see a fully live show. But I was gonna give them a pass just because they do a lot of dancing. But I was told that the singer Sue Metal, that she really does sing that stuff live. That there is some backing tracks going on with some of the backing vocals, which not a fan of. But hey, it's Baby Metal. They could do whatever they want. Look at, they're selling out arenas everywhere. But but again, when it comes to rock and metal, backing tracks and lip syncing, the more people accept it, the more it's going to happen. And rock and metal is probably just going to be considered pop eventually. We don't let that happen, man. We can't let that happen. For those of you who are just now joining us, this is the Metal Block episode 2, new releases of heavy metal, rock metal releases of 2023. It's streaming live right now in 2 Facebook groups that I have. Kiss Army's Revenge. Hello, Kiss Army's Revenge. And Gen X Brothers. Hello, Gen X Brothers. Gen X Brothers was a podcast. It still is a podcast that me and my brother do. We're just on hiatus for a while. And this is the Facebook group. So go on Facebook and join Kiss Army's Revenge or both Gen X Brothers podcast if you want to stay in the loop and you catch the show live whenever I do air it usually on a Sunday. And then I'm going to do the replay on YouTube. Now, here's the thing. There is a chance that if I go to post this on YouTube tomorrow morning, it might get blocked or something might happen because I'm playing videos that are probably copyrighted. And that's the reason why I streamed the first episode in YouTube last week, and YouTube totally took the stream down because I was playing videos that weren't approved. And you can't do that when you're live streaming. But then I posted the episode afterwards and it went up fine. It was blocked in some countries. But and it's got almost 1,000 views on that first episode, which I gotta thank Baby Metal because anytime we put them in a title, because they have a horde of fans, and you put you know what? Here's some advice for anybody that does YouTube. If you want to get a bunch of views, just put Baby Metal in your title. Even if it has nothing to do with Baby Metal, just put Baby Metal in the title. Or even Ghost, who I have coming up next. Put Ghost in the title or Baby Metal, because these bands, they have a horde of fans that are just crazy and phenomenal at the same time. All right, so speaking of Ghost, everyone knows who they are, right? Come on, man. Tobias Forge. Here we go. Here's Ghost. And they got a new album coming out called it's like Phantom Mimes. Is that how you say it? Phantom Mimes. It's a covers EP. So they usually do that. They'll release a studio album, then they'll put out like a 5-song cover EP where they do different covers. They're actually covering what are they covering? I know they're covering I think they're covering that one chick, Bonnie something or whatever. Anyway, so they're doing some unique covers, and they did a song by Genesis called Jesus He Knows Me. They dropped this about a month ago, and the album comes out this month. It comes out on the 18th of May, Phantom Memes, and I already got it on pre-order. I got 3 different versions coming because I'm a fucking maniac like that, man. Anyway, this is Jesus He Knows Me. It's a Genesis cover, which I never heard the original song before. I've heard Genesis in the 80s. I know they're really good in the 70s when they were prog with Peter Gabriel and stuff like that. I was a fan of that era of Genesis. But I never heard the song before. And then when I did hear the Genesis version, I thought it was very cheesy and not that very good or whatever. So then I hear Ghost's version, and it made me a fan of the song. But I prefer Ghost over Genesis any day. So here we go, Ghost with Jesus He Knows Me. And it's a lot of, you're going to see some, you're going to probably relate to this. If you're someone who's stuck in a religious cult or whatever, hopefully this video will sort of turn your head around. Okay, so here we go. Ghost, Jesus He Knows Me.
Give me an amen. Damn right, amen. The Lord's coming for us, but he's only coming if we give him what he wants. Give. Thank you. The Lord thanks you. Jesus loves you, and Jesus loves your donations. Thank you. 7. Jesus, he sees your promise in heaven. It's yours. For those who give. Thank you. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Thank you very much. Single's okay. Mm-hmm. You're officially defrocked. All right.
You see the face on the TV screen, coming at you every Sunday. You see the face on the billboard, that man is me. On the cover of the magazine, there's a question why I'm smiling. Buy a piece of paradise and you buy a piece of me. I'll get you everything you want, I'll get you everything you need. You don't need to believe in hereafter, just believe in me. Cause Jesus, he knows me, and he knows I'm right. I've been talking to Jesus all my life. Oh, yes, he knows me, and he knows I'm right. And he's been telling me everything is alright. I believe in the family, with my ever-loving wife beside me. She doesn't know about my girlfriend or the man I met last night. Do you believe in God? 'Cause that is what I'm selling. And if you wanna go to heaven, well, I'll see you right. You don't even have to leave your house or get out of your chair. You don't even have to touch that dial, 'cause I'm everywhere. 'Cause Jesus, he knows me, and he knows I'm right. I've been talking to Jesus all my life. Oh, yes, he knows me, and he knows I'm right. And he's been telling me everything is alright. Won't find me practicing what I'm preaching. Won't find me making no sacrifice. But I can get you a pocket full of miracles. If you promise to be good, try to be nice. God will take good care of you. Just do as I say, not as I do. I'm counting my blessings, and I found true happiness. 'Cause I'm getting richer, day by day. You can find me in the phone book, just call my toll-free number. You can do it any way you want, just do it right away. Will there be no doubt in your mind? You believe in everything I'm saying. If you wanna get closer to him, get on your knees and start praying. 'Cause Jesus, he knows me, and he knows I'm right. I've been talking to Jesus all my life. Oh, yes, he knows me, and he knows I'm right. And he's been telling me everything is alright. 'Cause Jesus, he knows me. 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 Jesus, he knows me.
All right. Amen.
What the hell was that? Jesus is coming, all right. Yeah, I kind of picture they probably modeled him after Joel Osteen, because a lot of people probably think that's probably what Joel Osteen does when he's always like, "Hey, Jesus loves everybody, and we just got to learn to get along." He's just he's got that captivating smile that just makes you just want to give him money, money, and then when he's behind closed doors, he's partying and with strippers and doing cocaine and everything else, man. Woo! Yeah, gotta love it, man. Some Ghosts, man. They knocked that one out of the park, man. I love the guitar sound in that too. Oh, let's get into LA Guns. They just released a new album. Now, ever since Phil Lewis and Tracy Guns has gotten back together, their past, I think, 4 albums has been since they've been together have just been stellar. Each album sounds different from the other. I think that's what I find phenomenal about them, is that you could put on Checkered Past that came out just a couple of years ago. They released albums pretty quick. I think Checkered Past was actually last year's release, or it could have been the year before. Anyway, because the years are going by fast, and but it just sounds like a totally different record than this record. And this record is very retro 70s Bowie. I hear Alice Cooper in there. I hear Aerosmith, some Led Zeppelin, a lot of Led Zeppelin comparisons on the new LA Guns album. So I picked the song Shattered Glass. My favorite song in the album is Diamonds. I think that's a freaking wonderful song. But it's a ballad, I want to keep this show heavy. We'll do some ballads every now and then, but for this episode of metal releases, we want to keep it a little bit heavy. So we're going to do LA Guns Shattered Glass. This is a very cool song. It's got a really cool verse that I really like. I like the moving bass line behind the melody that Phil is singing. All right, so LA Guns. If you haven't heard of these guys in a long time, if you thought they were like out of it, like, oh, what happened to LA Guns? I don't even see them around, blah, 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 blah. Are they still around? I still get that all the time from a lot of people. And it's like, yeah, they're still putting out quality music. So check out LA Guns Shattered Glass. Yeah, man, Phil Lewis's voice, man. I'm not just saying this because him and I are good friends. Dropping the name there. Anyway, it's just he's such a incredible singer. I mean, he's like, I think he's early 60s or mid 60s, and he still sings phenomenal, even live. Catch some YouTube videos. You know, a lot of times you'll see a lot of the older bands on YouTube, and you can tell the singer just kind of lost it, you know, especially with the sound quality of YouTube. But you listen to Phil Lewis, you know, all raw and stuff on YouTube, and he still sounds phenomenal. This is their album, Black Diamonds came out earlier. I think it came out in April, if they want to say. Maybe it might have been March. Phil Lewis. There's the band right there. I love the bass player, man. Johnny Martin. He's a great bass player. I don't know. He's got a cool look and everything. So, yeah. Phil Lewis and LA Guns. What'd you think of that? Let me know. Again, this show's going to replay. It'll stay on Facebook. It looks like we're pretty good on the streaming. Last time Facebook kicked the streaming off as well, but it looks like we're still on. So it's cool. Hopefully it gets a whole episode. So just in case it doesn't get aired on YouTube because of the copyrights and stuff, at least the video still stay in Facebook. So anyone who missed it can watch the replays and, just listen to new music. The whole reason why I'm doing this too, I emphasize so much about new releases and new music. I still continue to buy new music because I hear so many times, and I get this all the time from people when I'm out and about and having conversations. I'm always wearing like a rock shirt or something like that, and someone will be like, I'll wear like an Ozzy Osbourne shirt or something, and people will be like, oh my God, Ozzy Osbourne, I haven't listened to him in years. He's still putting out music. Oh yeah, he just put out an album last year called Patient Number 9, and it's a phenomenal freaking record. I mean, yeah, the guy can't probably perform live anymore, and he's could barely walk, could barely talk, but he still put out freaking great music. And so I want everyone to know that rock and metal is not dead. If anything, is more than it ever was. And Alice Cooper said it best. They said, well, what's the state of rock and roll right now? And he said it's exactly where it needs to be right now. We're the villain again. We're the bad guys. We're the underdogs. We're the music that the parents fear and that the teachers and your coworkers and all the normies, I guess you could say, fear, because there was a time when it just kind of became cliche and stuff. And so now it's kind of back to being, and there's so many new bands, and matter of fact, there's just so many new bands, it's hard to keep up with all of them. And that's why I've been discovering a lot of new stuff that's probably been out for years, and I'm just now getting around to discovering them and becoming a fan. And that brings me to Burning Witches. Now this is a band that it's an all-female group. They've gone through a few I guess you could say a few lineup changes. I guess their album is called what's their album? The Dark Tower is what it's called. It's coming out. I don't know if it's out yet, but I know it's coming out soon. They just dropped a new video, and I've followed them over the years, but I just haven't really. There's nothing that has really blown me away to where I'm going to go out and buy their record. So I'm going to play this video. This is their new video called A World on Fire, and I haven't even watched it yet. So I just put it in the roster here because I want to watch it for the first time. And if I like it, I might just end up buying their new album and then becoming a fan of this band. So let's check out Burning Witches, World on Fire. I know there's a lot of Burning Witches fans out there. All right, so let's check them out, see what they got going on. Okay. I'm a fan now. Okay, that was now. That's what I've been waiting for. That's what I've been waiting for to hear from these girls. Last albums were good, but I just felt like they were trying to a little bit be too much of like that 80s sound, and it was a little bit thin. This sounds heavy, and of course, I didn't listen to all of their stuff in the past, but just the stuff that would come out. This kind of sounds a lot like Judas Priest. I mean, I can hear some Judas Priest in there. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do here. We still got a little bit of time. I'm going to show you how my addiction works. My addiction to albums. when I like something, if I like it enough, I'm going to buy the record. So what I did was I looked up on Amazon. I'm going to share the screen here. Okay, we're going to do some of this. Okay, can you all see that? Let's see. As you can see, it's going for $26 for vinyl. It's out now. They can overnight delivery within 6 hours. So I'm going to get this sucker tomorrow probably. So yeah. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Overnight that sucker. Hell yeah. Place the order now. Boom. It's mine. It's mine. You just watched me live in action just freaking buy an album. How cool is that, man? Gotta love technology. All right. So I got Burning Witches on the way. Let's check out that. And that's one thing I liked about them in the past, even if I didn't like get blown away by their music. I like their album covers. They always have cool looking album covers. But I like that album cover. Look at the colors. You get the band up there all freaking like a big old haunted castle. The Dark Tower. Could be a little bit more of an original title, but that's cool, man. Shit. It's metal. It's freaking metal. What more do you want? All right, let's keep moving. 69 Eyes. They just released a new album. I've missed their last couple albums. I need to go back and listen to their last couple albums. So far, my favorite album by them is X. Came out probably 2015 or something like that, maybe even earlier than that. This song called Red is like one of my favorite songs by them. The singer sings like this real low. They're the Helsinki vampires. And so they got really low vocals, and their music's very rock, but very vampiric. They got the vampire image. Let me show you what they look like. If for those of you who don't know who the 69 Eyes are, that's them. Look at the singer in the middle there. He looks like a vampire, of course. They all look like they're from that one movie. I don't even remember. I don't watch a whole lot of vampire movies. I'm more of a Frankenstein guy. So yeah, but they just put out a new album, and it's called The Death of Darkness. And this is the video from it. All right. I think they have another video came out. They have they always team up with Kat Von D, and she's kind of a good singer. So a lot of people like her look and everything. And, she's obviously a talented artist, tattoo artist and stuff. Her voice is questionable. I think she's got a cool voice. A lot of people put her down for her singing, that she can't sing very well. She's got her own voice. I mean, I kind of think she kind of broke into singing after singing on the first, on the X album. She did a song with 69 Eyes. So it looks like they do another song together. I was going to play that one, but it's kind of mellow. It's kind of country sounding. But this is the song Death of Darkness. It's your typical 69 Eyes. I haven't heard the whole album. I've heard the whole album once. I haven't got a chance to really kind of dig into it. But what I heard so far, it's good. It's your typical. They're not breaking any grounds as far as musical arrangements or anything. It's your typical, it's a straight edge rock. If anything, I would compare them. They would be like AC/DC, but like the gothic version of AC/DC. Where AC/DC is just a straight rock band in your face. And these guys kind of do the same thing with all their music. They're not trying to, create different time signatures or freaking fancy riffs or flashy guitar playing. It's just good songs, good melodies, and here it is, Death of Darkness. Let's get into it. Death of Darkness.
To see you crawl, but it's alright, we're gonna be fine, but it's alright, let me show you the light. It's a funeral, we're going down. tell you more, but it's alright. We're gonna survive, but it's alright. Let me show you the light.
It's a funeral, we're going down.
Death of darkness. Death of darkness. It's a funeral we are going to. Death of darkness. Death of darkness. Death of darkness. It's a funeral we are going to. Death of darkness. Death of darkness. Death of darkness.
Death of Darkness. That's such a good song. That's a good song. It's hooky. It's got a nice melody. Yeah, man. That's a Helsinki Vampires right there. 69 Eyes. Yeah. Cool look too. You know, he looks like a vampire, right? You guys with me so far? Who's all still watching? If you're not, that's okay. You got the replay coming up, you know. And what else are you doing on the Sunday? What are you in church or something? No. Are you still with me? Kiss Army's Revenge. Sorry, I don't got no Kiss coming up. I do have Angel coming up though. Just a song. Oh, let's get into the next one. This is Night Demon. This is a band that, you know, I kind of took a chance on. I always hear people talking about them. And I watched one of their videos and I thought it was really cool sounding. And I guess it's a concept album. I like the album cover though. That's what kind of drew me to buying it. Like Night Demon Outsider. I still haven't delved deep into the storyline. I got to listen to it a little bit more, but it is a good album. I mean, shit, every song is good on it. Night Demon. You with a name like Night Demon, you would think it was. I was expecting to be like just total thrash and really dark, heavy thrash metal or whatever. But they sound more like they could fit on a bill with like Alter Bridge or maybe even Foo Fighters. Even it's very good. It's good, solid. I wouldn't call it super metal or crazy heavy metal, but it's definitely hard metal. I guess you could say maybe like hard rock and then maybe hard metal. Very melodic, you know, a lot of hooks and everything there. So some good songwriting there from Night Demon. I don't know a whole lot about them. I'm going to learn a little bit more as I, you know, listen to that album a little bit more and find out where they're from and all that stuff. And if any of you know where they're from, drop it in the comments, you know. Are they a favorite band of yours? What have you liked so far? Have I sold any of these bands to you, anything? Like, have you got out and got their record like I did, clicked on Amazon and just freaking bought that shit? You know, I want the residuals. If I want some royalties from that, I want the commission. If you bought an album based on these videos that you saw, all right. Let's get into Overkill, man. They just put out an album called Scorched, and this is their video Scorched. I don't have any Overkill in my vinyl collection. I need to get some. I might have to get this album. I'm not going to buy it right now. You know, I got to watch my money. You know, I just spent $26 on Burning Witches. So, but I'm definitely going to get this album eventually. You know, before the year's up. This is Overkill. They never disappoint. They're always putting out some good shit, man. All right, here we go.
Will you miss me when I'm gone? Will you kiss me and Christmas? Will you miss me dead and gone? Oh, scorch the earth! Scorch the earth! Scorch your brain! Scorch your dreams and what remains! Scorch the good! Scorch the bad! The best vampire son you ever had! Scorch the earth! And your brain! Scorch your dreams and what remains! Scorch the good! Scorch the bad! The best vampire son you ever had! Way up there in the heavens, way up beyond the sky, way up there where God looks down, way up where I get high. Will you miss me when I'm gone? Will you kiss me at Christmas? Will you miss me dead and gone? Gone to scorch the earth! Scorch the earth! Scorch your brain! Scorch your dreams and what remains! Scorch the good! Scorch the bad! The best vampire son you ever had! Scorch the earth! And your brain! Scorch your dreams and what remains! Scorch the good! And the bad! The best vampire son you ever had! Speak to me in my own tongue. Scorch the earth, holy land, my son. Hide your face in the veil of shame. Keep cracking the whip, bringing the pain. Speak to me in my own tongue. Scorch the earth, holy land, my son. Speak to me in my own tongue. Scorch the earth, holy land, my son. Scorch the earth, scorch your brain, scorch your dreams, scorch what remains. Scorch the good, scorch the bad, the best vampire son you ever had. Scorch the earth and your brain, scorch your dreams and what remains. Scorch the good and the bad, the best vampire son you ever had.
Yeah. Wait, I can't do it with this ring on. Yeah. Look at that. I'm flipping it off. Flip it. The thrash metal. Overkill. That guitar solo is fucking crazy, man. Yeah, man. I didn't know that. I didn't know the dude was that good. Yeah, he's good on the guitar. He's good on that guitar. I hope you guys are still with me. If you're not, then that's cool because we still got. I'm still, the show must go on. I don't care if there's 0 people watching, 1 people watching, 1,000,000 people watching. I'm still gonna be doing what I do. What else am I gonna do on a Sunday, man? I guess I could get caught up on work. So beyond on some work. As an alcohol and drug counselor, I got a lot of paperwork I got to do too. So this is my release though. Enjoying metal and music, just music over in general, and hanging out with y'all. It's like a hangout party, man. It'll pick up as we get moving along in more episodes. As more people catch on, it'll be like a hangout. I took out a big full page ad in the high wire days, so hopefully we'll get some people from LA and all over to start tuning in as well. And keep it going. It might not be a weekly thing. It might be every couple of weeks. It depends. It might be 2 weeks in a row. Who knows? We'll see, man. It's whenever I feel like it. I was talking about Angel. This band here. How many of you remember Angel? Well, they just put out a new album called Once Upon a Time. This is a great album. Their album before this was pretty good, but it didn't blow me away. This album to me sounds like classic Angel, and unfortunately, they don't do any videos. I wish they would put out a music video. I mean, I don't know what the deal is, if it's money or something. But anyway, so they were on Casablanca Records. They were one of the bands that Casablanca signed along with, his Kiss. I think they came out after Kiss or whatever. And they never really broke really big. They're definitely a classic band and has a really great catalog, especially in the 70s. And then I think they split up for a while, and then they came back. Punky Meadows on guitar, Frank Domino on vocals, a phenomenal singer still to this day. And he's such a great guitar player as well. But I'm gonna just play like 2 minutes. This song is like a 5-minute song. And it's just because there's no video, it's just a song only. Play the first couple minutes just to kind of give you a little bit of flavor of what this new album sounds like. And I recommend you, if you're an Angel fan, get out there and get it. If you're not an Angel fan yet, maybe you will become one. And I definitely encourage you to go out and get Angel's Once Upon a Time. The new album just came out this year. Here is the opening song of the album, The Torch.
as I'm reaching out to hold you tight. I'll walk again tomorrow alone. In the darkest time, I can feel your flame still burning bright. I'll walk again tomorrow alone. They'll try to take me down, but I'll stand my ground. I'm not gonna fight. I'll carry the torch for freedom. I'll carry the torch, believing,
How is that, man? I love that melody. Oh, I'm a big melody fan. I love melody and music. Melody. That's what makes a song, is a good melody. And that has it, man. Oh, Angel, get out there and get it. Once Upon a Time. I love the production on it too. It's very big, very loud. Hey, let's check this band out, man. A classic band, goes way back to the 80s. This is like the first album I got from them in my class. I used to have their albums in the past. I think I can't remember what titles they had. Probably their first couple albums. Obituary. Obituary. Not the obituary that you look for your dead relatives in. We're talking about the band Obituary. Their album they just released called Dying of Everything. Let's see what the cover looks like. I got it up here somewhere. Dying of Everything. Right here. It looks really cool. Look at that cover. That's a cool looking cover. I think you already know what they look like. They look like a bunch of hairy dudes that can kick your ass in a bar. You know, death metal dudes, you know. But yeah, so they put out this album, and I've heard it a couple times. I haven't got a chance to really dig deep in it as well. I get so many albums in. Like I said, today I just got freaking well, I'm not going to talk about it yet. I'll tell you what the band is coming up soon that I never thought I'd buy their record. That I got a band called Starcrawler, which I've started getting into. They're not really metal or nothing. They're more like kind of indie pop or something. But the singer's really cool. So anyway, Obituary, Dying of Everything. Let's check out their video. We're rolling along here on the Metal Block. Yeah. That's some real death metal right there. That's the old school shit right there. They still sound cool, man. You know, that's the thing about a lot of those bands that came from the 80s that are death metal, extreme metal, things like that, thrash metal, is that they always put out quality music. They always put out music that you're gonna like listen for new riffs and just being heavy. You know, maybe not every album's better. You know, maybe they might have some clunker albums, but their clunker albums are a lot better than a lot of the rock bands or more just straight heavy metal bands that put out clunkers. You know, so if, like let's say you take Testament's worst album, you know, by a fan standard, and you compare it to like Motley Crue's worst album, which is like 3 or 4 after Shout at the Devil, probably even more. It's like night and day, man. Testament's going to blow them away. Like they're just going to continue to consistently put out good quality music. You know, and obviously you got to be into that kind of music to really enjoy it too. We're coming to an end here. You know, this is the band I didn't think. This is a band that actually started out real cheesy and kind of, I was never into him in the 80s. The singer just got on my nerves. You know, we're talking about Kip Winger. The band is Winger. This is their new album called 7. Haven't heard them in years. And then they just dropped this album. They dropped a video that from this album. They dropped one. I can't remember the name of the song, but I really liked it. I was like, holy shit, this is the same band. That kind of music and those kind of bands that were like playing that sort of music around, I want to say the late 80s or whatever. That's what killed it, man. And Nirvana came in and just wiped that shit out. Nirvana and all the grunge bands. But it's their own fault, man, for coming out with that kind of stuff. And, you know, so I just never got into it. I was always, you know, they're always kind of like the joke of metal and rock or whatever in those days. Kind of like the Nickelback, how we always joke about Nickelback, you know, being like the joke of like a kind of a watered down Metallica or something. But yeah, just never into Winger. I know he's a super talented guy though. You know, he's a good looking guy too. You know, I have to put that out there. But he's a talented dude. He played with Alice Cooper. You know, he played bass with Alice Cooper. But yeah, I just didn't think he even played bass. It's like, cause like I said in old videos, he never like touched his bass. He just held it. But now check out their latest song they just dropped. It's getting a lot of attention too. A lot of people are like, I've already seen a couple of people like trip out saying, "Oh my God, this is the same Winger that I used to go see back in the 80s." And you know, and yeah, so I bought their album. I never thought in a million years that I'd ever buy a Winger album until now. And I got the vinyl even coming, but the vinyl's coming in August, and that's why I got the CD because it just released on Friday, and I wanted to have the full album ahead of time. So like, you know, I like having full albums. I like having the physical copy so I could read the lyrics and liner notes, all that stuff. So let's check out Winger's new song, Tears of Blood. This is probably going to be the last video of the night. I might show a little snippet of something else, but let's check out Winger. You're going to remember what you heard just a second ago, that freaking 17 song? Well, this is from the album 7, and this is called Tears of Blood. Damn, that was a powerful fucking song, man. What'd you think of that? That's Winger. That's the same Winger that was doing fucking 17, and miming his bass or whatever. Fuck, man. What a great video, great song. In the other two singles that they put out before that one, it was actually phenomenal as well. I can't remember the song titles, but I stuck with that. But get out there and get that record, man. I recommend if anyone that was dogging on Winger in the 80s, especially you, Beavis and Butthead, and you too, Metallica, snapping their poster in that video, yeah, get out there and get the new album, man. Check it out. It's called, let's see, do I have a picture of it somewhere? Yeah, it's called 7. A lot of bands are naming their albums like that. Like Slash's album is called 4. And then I think what's that band Buckchair? Their album is called Volume 10. It's like they're just getting lazy with titles. They're just saying it's our 7th record. We'll just call it 7. It came out on Friday on May 5th. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the single they released. It All Comes Back Around. That's a good song. And then Proud Desperado. Proud Desperado is a badass song. It's like very powerful. Yeah. Wingers, what do you guys think, man? It was great having you here. And, for those that are still watching, if you're not watching, that's fine. Again, if you're watching the replay and you see me talking to the world, I guess you could say, it's because I was live streaming it in my Facebook groups, Kiss Army Revenge and the Gen X Brothers. If you're on Facebook, go to the Gen X Brothers Facebook group and join Kiss Army's Revenge and join that. In Kiss Army's Revenge, man, we got a lot of cool shit going on there. It started with the whole Sam Loomis leaks and everything, and so there's a lot of people sharing rare Kiss footage. Shh, you didn't get that from me, man. Yeah, see, like Kiss Army Revenge. I accidentally started streaming in there, guys. It's supposed to be just a Kiss group, but I guess they're all getting a little bit of a stream from me as well, from all different kinds of music. Because again, we're all fans of all kinds of music. It doesn't have to be just one band. I do want to make an honorable mention since I got a little bit of time here, and we're going to close the show out. I'm going to say my goodbyes, and then we're going to end the show with a new video by Nervosa, who doesn't have a new album announced or anything, but they put out this new video with the new lineup. They've gone through a lot of member changes. Unfortunately, my favorite bass player and favorite looking character in metal is Mia Wallace. I'm always sharing her photos on Facebook and giving her props. Such a phenomenal human being and cool looking character on stage, whatever. Unfortunately, she's not in the video, but I guess from what I heard, she joined the band again because she had to leave for some kind of personal issues. But she's joining them again on tour in Italy, and so hopefully they come to America with Mia Wallace and we get to see them then. But I do want to make a notable mention here. Dio. Oh man, what is? I think is this. Do I have it here? What do I do with it? Here it is. Dio put out this record this year for Record Store Day, live in Fresno, 1983. Unfortunately, there's no video for it. There's probably a concert on YouTube. I'm from Fresno. I'm from Merced, actually, or Atwater. And Fresno was the place we'd go see concerts. And my first concert was in 1984 with Ozzy Osbourne, with Jakey Lee on guitar. And that's what kind of made me want to be a guitar player. Actually, matters not kind of what it made me want to be. When it did make me want to be a guitar player. And so, yeah. But I missed. So I just was getting into the metal around 83. And I guess I was old enough to go to concerts. I just didn't know how. I didn't have a way to go to concerts. I didn't have many friends. I was kind of a nerd. And so even though I used to watch the Rainbow in the Dark on MTV and really liked that song, but I guess I just missed the concert when Dio came there in 1983. So on Record Store Day, that was my mission, to go there and just track down that record and make sure I got a copy of it. And such a phenomenal record. But what I'm talking about Dio for is because obviously he passed away. He was definitely a big loss in the metal and the rock community. His documentary out there called Dreamers Never Die is out, so you check that on Showtime. It's coming on Blu-ray in September, Blu-ray and DVD, and it's gonna have a ton of bonus footage. So I can't wait for that, for the documentary, Dio documentary, Dreamers Never Die. Anyway, I'm talking about Dio because Paul Gilbert from Mr. Big, and I was never a fan of Mr. Big. I like Paul Gilbert; he's a good guitar player. I like him more now than I did back in when he came out. He was in Racer X. I really like his stuff in Racer X. But damn, who knew he could play like this, man? He did a full album called the Dio album, and he took every song not every song, but all of the songs that Dio did, all the Dio classics, and he just did instrumentals of them, and he's mimicking Dio's voice with his guitar. And there's no video for it; it's just a song. I wish he'd do a video; it'd be kind of cool to see one. Hopefully, he's got one in the works, or whatever. But I chose Heaven and Hell because this song here. We're gonna just take a little snippet. I'm not gonna play the whole song because it's too long, but we'll play. I just want to show you what he does with the vocal melody and how he does on guitar, right? So check this out. This is Dio. This is by Paul Gilbert. This is Dio. Let me play here. Heaven and Hell. Okay, here we go. How cool is that, man? I mean, it's almost like you can hear Dio singing the words. I mean, the way he got the inflections down on his guitar and everything, that had to take some serious work, man. I guess that's what he did. He said he just would hours and just take a bunch of takes, and the guy who engineered it and helped him produce it was able to take all the different parts and find the best ones and piece them together. But yeah, to sit there and like get the wah, it sounds like he's using a little bit of a wah there somewhere, and to get that perfect, to study every single syllable and inflection that Dio sang with and to put that on the guitar. Freaking amazing. So yeah, so thank you for joining me on the Metal Block. I'm gonna try to do this more often. Again, the next episode is gonna be an all black metal special. I'm hoping to have my old former band member from Will-O-Wisp and a good friend, best friend, brother from another mother, Tony F. Corpse, who now is in Postmortem Superstar and the Black Heroin Gallery and 1,000 other projects he's always in. He's a very talented dude. He's still going strong. And be cool to have him sit in with me on this, and we'll just go through some black metal videos, classic, old ones, and some of the newer stuff that's come out. There's a band I didn't line them up for this roster, but I just bought their album called Lamp of Murmur, and frick, it's a phenomenal black metal album. And I just discovered them. They've probably been around for a few years, but I just discovered them. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna say my goodbyes. I want to say be kind to everybody, be kind to yourself, because if you're no good to anyone else. I say that all the time, like I really mean it. That it's really true. You have to be good to yourself, otherwise you're no good to anyone else. You got to be selfish in that way. We're like, I'm an addict. I was 11 years sober. I was selfish when I used, cutting people out and fucking them over and lying, all this stuff. So now I got to be selfish when it comes to being good to myself, because when I'm good to myself, I'm good. Everything else around me starts to fall into place, and people are more trusting, and they're more like I become a magnet for people who just want to be around my energy, and I want to be around theirs, the good energy, the people who have good energy, and help those as well who don't have the good energy, and try to help get them on the path, So yeah, because we all have that diamond inside us, man. Phil Lewis and the boys sang about it. So we're gonna end the show. We're gonna say goodbye, and then you're just gonna hang out, and Nervosa is gonna play Nervosa's new video with the whole new lineup. This is called Endless Ambition. There is no new album announced, but they got this video out. It just came out maybe a couple weeks ago. Here is Nervosa, Endless Ambition. And goodbye, y'all. We'll see you next time on the Metal Block.